Hey Pisces, come gather around because what I'm about to share with you today is going to shake you to your very core. I just finished doing this incredibly intense tarot spread about karmic love debts from past lives, specifically for Pisces energy. And honestly, I'm still processing everything that came through. The universe has some serious messages for you right now. I've been reading tarot professionally for over a decade, and I have to tell you, some readings just hit different. This is one of those readings where I could feel the ancient energy flowing through every single card. The cosmic forces are literally lining up to deliver some life-changing revelations about your romantic karma and why you keep attracting certain patterns in love. Before we dive deep into this mystical journey together, I want you to take a moment and really center yourself. Light a candle if you have one nearby, maybe grab a cup of tea, because we're about to explore the deepest corners of your soul's romantic history. This reading is specifically channeled for Pisces energy, but if you're strongly drawn to this message, trust that the universe guided you here for a reason. The cards I pulled today are absolutely mind-blowing, and I'm going to walk you through each one with all the detail and insight that came through during this reading. We're looking at 10 powerful cards that tell the complete story of your karmic love journey, from ancient debts that need to be settled to the incredible transformation that's waiting for you. I have to be honest with you, some of what came through in this reading might be challenging to hear. Past life karma in love isn't always pretty, and sometimes we have to face uncomfortable truths about patterns we've been repeating for lifetimes. But here's the beautiful thing about Pisces energy. You have this incredible capacity for compassion, forgiveness, and spiritual growth. You can handle whatever truths emerge because you're strong enough to transmute pain into wisdom. So let's begin this journey together. I'm going to share each card exactly as it came through, with all the emotions, insights, and guidance that flowed during this reading. Remember, this is your soul's story being told through these ancient symbols, and every word is meant to help you understand your romantic karma on the deepest level possible. The first card that practically jumped out of the deck was the Four of Pentacles, and oh my goodness, the energy around this card was so intense, I actually had to pause and take a deep breath before continuing. This card is revealing something profound about how you've been hoarding love in past lives, creating karmic debts that are now demanding to be resolved. In your past incarnations, dear Pisces, there was this pattern of being incredibly possessive and controlling in romantic relationships. I'm seeing lifetimes where you held on to love so tightly that you actually suffocated the very thing you were trying to protect. The Four of Pentacles is showing me scenes from previous existences where you literally wouldn't let your romantic partners have any freedom or independence. This isn't about being a bad person in those lifetimes. It came from a place of deep fear and insecurity. I can see that in at least 3 different past lives, you experienced devastating romantic losses that left your soul so wounded that in subsequent incarnations, you developed this desperate need to control every aspect of your relationships. You became like someone clutching precious coins to their chest, terrified that if you loosened your grip even slightly, everything would slip away. The karmic debt that's created from this pattern is fascinating and complex. When we try to possess another soul completely, we actually create energetic chains that bind both people across multiple lifetimes. The universe is showing me that you've been unconsciously recreating these same controlling dynamics in your current life. And that's why you might notice patterns of either being with partners who are overly possessive or finding yourself becoming possessive when you fall in love. I'm getting such clear visions of one particular lifetime where you were in a position of significant power, possibly royalty or nobility, and you used that power to keep your beloved essentially imprisoned in your love. You genuinely believed you were protecting them, but you were actually preventing their soul from experiencing the growth and freedom it needed. This created a karmic knot that has been affecting your romantic relationships for centuries. The beautiful thing about the Four of Pentacles appearing in this reading is that it's actually a sign of hope and transformation. This card is indicating that you're finally ready to break these ancient patterns. Your soul has evolved to the point where you can recognize the difference between love and possession, between protection and control. The universe is literally giving you the opportunity right now to clear this karmic debt once and for all. I can feel that there's someone coming into your life, or perhaps already in your life, who is going to trigger all of these old possessive patterns. But here's the twist. Instead of falling into the same ancient trap, you're being called to consciously choose a different response. This is your chance to love with open hands instead of clenched fists, to trust instead of control, to honor your partner's freedom as a sacred gift rather than a threat to your security. The healing process for this karmic pattern involves learning to find security within yourself, rather than trying to find it by controlling others. I'm seeing that you need to do some deep inner work around abandonment fears and trust issues. These aren't just random psychological patterns. They're soul memories from lifetimes of romantic trauma that need to be acknowledged and healed. The universe is also showing me that as you heal this possessive pattern, you're going to experience a complete transformation in how love flows into your life. Instead of attracting relationships based on fear and control, you'll start magnetizing partnerships built on mutual respect, freedom, and genuine spiritual connection. This is the reward for doing the difficult work of clearing your romantic karma. Moving into the second card, we have the Three of Cups, and the energy shift here is absolutely beautiful. After the heavy, restrictive energy of the Four of Pentacles, the Three of Cups bursts onto the scene like sunshine breaking through storm clouds. This card is revealing a completely different aspect of your karmic love story, one that's filled with joy, celebration, and profound spiritual connection. I'm being shown lifetimes where you experienced the most incredible, soul-deep friendships that transcended what most people think of as platonic love. In these incarnations, you were part of spiritual communities, mystery schools, or sacred circles where the boundaries between friendship and romantic love were much more fluid and expansive than they are in our current society. The Three of Cups is revealing that you have this beautiful karmic gift of being able to love multiple people deeply and authentically, without it being threatening or diminishing to any of the relationships. In past lives, you were often at the center of these amazing soul family connections where love flowed freely between all members of the group. This isn't about anything inappropriate or unethical. This was about pure, high vibrational love that recognized the divine spark in everyone. But here's where the karmic complexity comes in. In some of those lifetimes, this beautiful gift of expansive love created jealousy and misunderstanding among people who couldn't understand or appreciate the depth of what you were offering. I'm seeing at least 2 different incarnations where you were actually persecuted or rejected by society because your way of loving didn't fit into the narrow boxes that existed at the time. The karmic debt from these experiences has created this deep soul wound around being fully authentic in your love expression. Part of you learned to hide or diminish your natural capacity for loving multiple people deeply because you've been hurt so many times for it. This has created a pattern in your current life where you might find yourself feeling guilty or confused when you have strong feelings for more than one person, even in completely appropriate ways. I'm also seeing that this Three of Cups energy explains why you often feel like traditional monogamous relationship structures don't quite fit your soul's natural expression. This doesn't necessarily mean you're meant to have unconventional relationships, but it does mean you need relationships that honor your capacity for deep, expansive love, rather than trying to force you into restrictive boxes. The beautiful message coming through with this card is that the time is approaching when you'll be able to fully embrace and express this gift without fear or shame. I'm seeing that you're meant to create or find your soul family in this lifetime, a group of people who understand and appreciate your way of loving. These might be friends, romantic partners, creative collaborators, or spiritual companions, but they'll all be people who can match your frequency of authentic, expansive love. The Three of Cups is also indicating that there's healing happening right now around past life trauma related to being rejected for your authentic self. The universe is sending you people who will celebrate your unique way of loving rather than trying to change or diminish it. This is part of your karmic reward for all the lifetimes you endured persecution and misunderstanding. I'm getting such beautiful visions of celebration and joy coming into your romantic life. The Three of Cups often represents weddings, engagements, or other love celebrations, and I can see that there's definitely some kind of joyful, romantic milestone approaching for many of you. But more than that, it represents a celebration of your soul finally being free to love in the way that feels most authentic and natural. The healing invitation from this card is to start embracing your capacity for expansive love rather than trying to hide or minimize it. Stop apologizing for having a big heart that can love deeply in many different ways. Start surrounding yourself with people who appreciate this beautiful quality rather than people who try to make you feel guilty or wrong for it. Our third card takes us into even deeper waters with the Queen of Cups. And the moment this card appeared, I felt this wave of ancient feminine wisdom washing over the entire reading. This queen is revealing some of the most profound aspects of your karmic love story, particularly around your role as a healer and intuitive guide in romantic relationships across multiple lifetimes. In past incarnations, dear Pisces, you were often in positions where you served as a counselor, healer, or wise woman who helped others navigate their romantic and emotional challenges. I'm seeing lifetimes where you were a temple priestess, a village wise woman, or someone who people came to for guidance about matters of the heart. Your intuitive abilities were incredibly developed, and you could see straight into people's souls and understand their deepest romantic wounds and desires. But here's where the karmic complication emerges. In several of those lifetimes, you became so absorbed in healing and helping others that you completely neglected your own emotional needs and romantic fulfillment. The Queen of Cups is showing me scenes where you poured your entire life force into helping others find love, while your own heart remained empty and unfulfilled. This pattern created a karmic debt that you're still working through today. I can see that in your current life, you probably have this tendency to become the emotional caretaker in your romantic relationships. You're the one who's always trying to heal your partner, always trying to help them work through their issues, always putting their emotional needs ahead of your own. Sound familiar? The deeper karmic layer here is that you've been unconsciously recreating these same dynamics where you give so much of yourself emotionally that you end up depleted and resentful. The Queen of Cups in this position is indicating that you've been carrying the emotional burdens of your romantic partners for lifetimes, and this pattern needs to be completely transformed if you want to experience true romantic fulfillment. I'm also seeing that your psychic and intuitive abilities have been both a gift and a curse in romantic relationships. On one hand, you can sense things about your partners that they haven't even told you, which creates incredible intimacy and connection. On the other hand, sometimes you know things that you're not supposed to know, or you take on emotions that aren't even yours, which creates confusion and boundary issues. The Queen of Cups is revealing that there were specific lifetimes where your intuitive abilities were feared or misunderstood by romantic partners. I'm seeing at least one incarnation where you were actually accused of witchcraft or supernatural influence because your emotional and psychic sensitivity was so pronounced. This created deep soul trauma around being fully open about your intuitive gifts in romantic relationships. The karmic healing that needs to happen here involves learning to honor your empathic and intuitive nature while also maintaining healthy emotional boundaries. You're being called to stop trying to heal or fix your romantic partners and instead focus on being a loving witness to their journey. This doesn't mean you stop caring or become cold. It means you learn to love without losing yourself in the process. The Queen of Cups is also indicating that there's a beautiful karmic gift waiting for you as you heal these patterns. Your natural emotional depth and intuitive wisdom are actually meant to be celebrated and cherished in romantic relationships, not hidden or downplayed. The universe is preparing to send you a partner who will not only appreciate these qualities, but will also be capable of matching your emotional depth and spiritual awareness. I'm getting such beautiful visions of you in a relationship where your psychic sensitivity and emotional wisdom are seen as precious gifts rather than burdens or complications. This person will actually seek out your insights and treasure your ability to see into the heart of matters. They'll support your spiritual gifts rather than feeling threatened by them. The healing invitation from this card is to start practicing better emotional boundaries while still honoring your natural empathic nature. You can be compassionate and intuitive without taking on everyone else's emotional baggage. You can offer wisdom and support without becoming responsible for other people's healing journey. This balance is key to clearing this particular aspect of your karmic debt. The fourth card that emerged from this reading is the Ten of Swords, and I have to tell you, when this card appeared, the energy in the room became absolutely electric with intensity. This is one of the most challenging cards in the tarot deck, but it's appearing in your reading for a very specific and ultimately hopeful reason related to your karmic love story. The Ten of Swords is revealing what I can only describe as the ultimate karmic betrayal that your soul experienced in a past life. And this betrayal was so devastating that it literally ended that incarnation and has been influencing your romantic patterns ever since. I'm seeing a lifetime where you loved someone so completely, so purely, that you made yourself completely vulnerable to them, and they used that vulnerability to destroy you in the most brutal way possible. This wasn't just a simple romantic betrayal or breakup. This was something that involved public humiliation, the destruction of your reputation, possibly even physical harm or death. I'm getting visions of a lifetime where you trusted someone with not just your heart, but with secrets, resources, or information that they then used against you in the most devastating way. The emotional and spiritual damage from this experience was so severe that it created what I can only call a karmic wound that has been bleeding through multiple lifetimes. The Ten of Swords represents the absolute rock bottom of betrayal, the moment when everything you believed about love and trust was shattered beyond repair. But here's the thing about this card that most people don't understand. It also represents the end of a cycle. When you've hit absolute rock bottom, the only way to go is up. This card is indicating that you've finally reached the point in your karmic journey where this ancient wound can be completely healed and released. I can feel that this past life betrayal has been influencing your current romantic patterns in some very specific ways. You probably have this deep, often unconscious fear of being completely vulnerable in relationships. Part of you is always holding something back, always keeping an escape route open, always waiting for the other shoe to drop. This isn't paranoia. This is your soul's memory of being completely destroyed when you trusted completely. The karmic debt here isn't actually something you owe. It's something that was done to you that needs to be healed and released. The person who betrayed you in that past life created a massive karmic debt for themselves, but you've been carrying the wound, and that wound has been attracting similar experiences in this lifetime. You might notice patterns of attracting partners who seem trustworthy at first, but then reveal hidden agendas or deceptive natures. But here's the beautiful thing that the Ten of Swords is revealing. You're finally ready to release this ancient pain and step into a completely new paradigm of love and trust. The very fact that this card appeared in your reading indicates that the cosmic timing is perfect for this healing to occur. You've done enough lifetimes of carrying this pain, and the universe is ready to set you free. I'm seeing that there's going to be an opportunity coming soon where you'll be able to choose trust over fear, vulnerability over protection, love over safety. This choice is going to feel terrifying because it's going to trigger all of those ancient soul memories of betrayal. But if you can find the courage to make the choice for love, you'll break this karmic cycle once and for all. The Ten of Swords is also indicating that there may be some kind of revelation or ending coming in your current romantic situation that, while potentially painful, is actually clearing the way for something much better. Sometimes we have to experience a symbolic death of old patterns before we can be reborn into new possibilities. If you're currently dealing with any kind of romantic betrayal or disappointment, understand that this is the universe clearing out the old karmic debris to make space for authentic love. The healing process for this Ten of Swords energy involves learning to separate past trauma from present reality. Just because you were betrayed in a past life doesn't mean everyone in this life will betray you. Your soul is strong enough now to handle vulnerability without being destroyed by it. You've grown beyond that ancient victim consciousness into someone who can love fully while still maintaining your power and dignity. I'm also getting that forgiveness is going to be a key part of clearing this karmic pattern. This doesn't mean forgiving the person who betrayed you. They have their own karmic debt to deal with. This means forgiving yourself for being naive or trusting, forgiving yourself for the choices that led to that situation, and most importantly, forgiving life itself for allowing such pain to exist. As we move into the fifth card, the energy shifts dramatically with the appearance of the Ace of Wands, and I can literally feel the fire energy crackling through this reading. After the deep, painful waters of the Ten of Swords, the Ace of Wands bursts forth like a phoenix rising from ashes, bringing brand new romantic possibilities and passionate new beginnings. This card is revealing that there's an incredible karmic gift coming your way as a direct result of all the healing work you've been doing around your past life romantic patterns. The Ace of Wands represents the spark of new life, new passion, new creative romantic energy that's about to ignite in your world. This isn't just any ordinary new beginning. This is a cosmically orchestrated fresh start that's specifically designed to help you experience love in a completely different way than you ever have before. I'm seeing that in past lives, you often experienced love as something that drained you, depleted you, or required you to sacrifice parts of yourself. The patterns we've been exploring, the possessiveness, the emotional caretaking, the fear of betrayal, they all involve giving your power away, or trying to control external circumstances to feel safe in love. The Ace of Wands is announcing that those days are officially over. This new romantic energy that's coming in is going to be characterized by mutual empowerment, creative collaboration, and passionate inspiration. Instead of love that drains you, you're about to experience love that energizes and inspires you. Instead of relationships where you have to hide parts of yourself or constantly manage the other person's emotions, you're going to find connections where you can be completely authentic and still be celebrated for who you are. The Ace of Wands is also indicating that there's a strong creative or artistic component to this new romantic chapter. I'm seeing that you might meet someone through creative pursuits, or that your romantic relationship will inspire incredible creative expression in both of you. This could manifest as collaborative artistic projects, starting a business together, or simply inspiring each other to pursue creative dreams that have been dormant. What's particularly beautiful about the Ace of Wands appearing after the Ten of Swords is that it shows the complete karmic transformation that's possible. That ancient betrayal and the pattern of romantic suffering it created has actually been preparing you for this moment when you can recognize and appreciate genuine, healthy passion when it appears in your life. All of that pain and healing has developed your spiritual discernment to the point where you'll be able to recognize authentic love and reject anything that doesn't serve your highest good. I'm getting such powerful visions of chemistry and attraction unlike anything you've experienced before. The Ace of Wands often indicates love at first sight, instant recognition, or that feeling of being struck by lightning when you meet someone. But this isn't going to be the unconscious karmic attraction that pulls you into old patterns. This is conscious, awakened attraction between two souls who recognize each other as equals and partners in growth. The timing for this Ace of Wands energy feels very immediate. I'm sensing that for many of you reading this new romantic beginning could manifest within the next few months, possibly even sooner. The universe has been orchestrating events to bring you and this person together at exactly the right moment when you're both ready for conscious, mature love. There's also something about fire signs that keeps coming through with this card. You might find that this new romantic connection involves someone with strong Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius energy. Or it could be that this relationship will bring out the fire elements in your own nature. As a Pisces, you're naturally associated with water energy, but the Ace of Wands is indicating that this connection will help you embrace your inner fire and passion in ways that feel completely natural and exciting. The healing invitation from the Ace of Wands is to start opening your heart to new possibilities and releasing any cynicism or guardedness that might be blocking new love from entering your life. If you've been telling yourself that all the good ones are taken, or that real love doesn't exist, or that you're destined to repeat old patterns, it's time to release those limiting beliefs. The universe is preparing to prove you wrong in the most beautiful way possible. I'm also getting that there's an element of divine timing with this card. You might have been wondering why certain romantic situations haven't worked out recently, or why you've been single when you really want to be in a relationship. The Ace of Wands is revealing that the universe has been protecting you from settling for less than you deserve, while preparing this amazing new beginning for you. The sixth card that presents itself in this karmic love reading is the Eight of Pentacles, and the energy around this card feels so grounding and purposeful after the fiery excitement of the Ace of Wands. This card is revealing a crucial aspect of your romantic karma that involves mastery, dedication, and the patient work of building something truly lasting in love. In past lifetimes, I'm seeing that you had this pattern of either rushing into relationships without doing the inner work necessary to sustain them, or conversely, getting so caught up in perfectionism and fear that you never allowed relationships to develop naturally. The Eight of Pentacles is showing me scenes from previous incarnations where you either treated love as something that should be effortless and magical, or as something that required such intense effort that it became more like work than joy. The karmic lesson that's been developing across multiple lifetimes involves learning to find the balance between effort and flow in romantic relationships. True love does require dedication, commitment, and the willingness to do the work of growth and communication, but it shouldn't feel like drudgery or constant struggle. The Eight of Pentacles is indicating that you're finally ready to understand this balance and apply it in your romantic life. I can see that in your current incarnation, you've probably swung between these two extremes. Sometimes you expect love to be effortless and magical, and when challenges arise, you might interpret that as a sign that the relationship is wrong for you. Other times, you might work so hard at trying to make a relationship work that you exhaust yourself and lose sight of whether the connection is actually healthy and sustainable. The Eight of Pentacles is revealing that there's been a specific karmic pattern around avoiding the patient, consistent work of building emotional intimacy and trust. In several past lives, when relationships required you to be vulnerable, to communicate difficult truths, or to work through conflicts, you chose to either leave or to pretend everything was fine, rather than doing the difficult but necessary work of deepening the connection. This card is indicating that you're now in a lifetime where you have the emotional maturity and spiritual wisdom to embrace the apprenticeship of conscious loving. Just like a craftsperson who dedicates themselves to perfecting their art through patient practice, you're being called to dedicate yourself to becoming a master of conscious, healthy, romantic relationship. The beautiful thing about the Eight of Pentacles is that it promises that this work will be deeply satisfying and rewarding. Unlike past patterns where relationship work felt like struggle, this new approach will feel like a meaningful investment in something precious. You'll find joy in the process of learning to love more skillfully, more consciously, more authentically. I'm getting visions of you developing incredible relationship skills that will serve you for the rest of this lifetime and beyond. Communication skills, conflict resolution abilities, the capacity to maintain your own identity while also creating deep intimacy with another person. These are the tools that the Eight of Pentacles is helping you develop. This card is also indicating that there might be some formal learning or study involved in this process. You might find yourself drawn to relationship workshops, therapy, spiritual studies, or other forms of education that help you understand yourself and relationships more deeply. This isn't about fixing something wrong with you. it's about becoming the most skillful, conscious lover you can possibly be. The Eight of Pentacles often appears when someone is preparing for their life's work, their true calling. In the context of this romantic karma reading, it's indicating that conscious, healthy loving is actually part of your soul's mission in this lifetime. The struggles and patterns you've worked through in past lives have all been preparing you to become someone who can model what authentic, mature love looks like. I'm also sensing that this mastery you're developing in love will have ripple effects beyond your personal relationships. You might find yourself naturally becoming someone that others come to for relationship advice, or you might be called to share your wisdom about love and relationships in some more public way. Your journey through romantic karma is preparing you to be a teacher and healer for others who are struggling with similar patterns. The healing invitation from the Eight of Pentacles is to embrace the learning process involved in becoming a master at love. Stop expecting perfection from yourself or your partners, and instead appreciate the beauty of growth and improvement over time. Every challenge, every misunderstanding, every moment of having to stretch beyond your comfort zone is part of your apprenticeship in conscious loving. Moving deeper into this karmic journey, our seventh card emerges as the Two of Cups, and the moment this card appeared, I felt this beautiful wave of recognition and soul connection flowing through the entire reading. This is one of the most romantic and spiritually significant cards in the tarot, and its appearance here is indicating something absolutely profound about your karmic love destiny. The Two of Cups represents the meeting of true soulmates, the recognition between two souls who have loved each other across multiple lifetimes, and the beginning of a partnership that transcends ordinary human love. In the context of your karmic reading, this card is revealing that all of the healing work you've been doing, all of the patterns you've been clearing, has been preparing you for this sacred reunion. I'm getting such powerful visions of past life connections with someone who is either already in your life or is about to enter your life in a very significant way. This isn't just any romantic connection. This is someone whose soul has been intertwined with yours through numerous incarnations. You've loved each other before, you've lost each other before, and you've finally reached a point in your spiritual evolution where you can create a healthy, balanced relationship together. In previous lifetimes, the connection between you and this soul was often complicated by the very karmic patterns we've been exploring in this reading. Sometimes one of you was the possessive one, while the other craved freedom. Sometimes one was the betrayer, and the other the betrayed. Sometimes you were separated by circumstances beyond your control, or social barriers that couldn't be overcome. But in each lifetime, the love between you remained pure and true, even when the circumstances prevented you from expressing it healthily. The Two of Cups is indicating that you've both done enough healing and growth that you can now meet as equals, as whole individuals who choose to share your lives rather than incomplete people trying to fill each other's voids. This is the difference between karmic attraction, which is often intense but unhealthy, and soulmate connection, which is both passionate and nurturing. What's particularly beautiful about this card appearing in your reading is that it suggests divine timing and cosmic orchestration. The universe has been carefully guiding both of your paths, ensuring that you would meet again when you were both ready for mature, conscious love. All of the previous relationships, all of the lessons learned, all of the healing accomplished, everything has been leading to this sacred reunion. I'm seeing that the recognition between you might be immediate and profound. There could be a sense of coming home, of remembering something beautiful that you had forgotten. But unlike past life connections that were based on unresolved karma and compulsive attraction, this connection will feel peaceful as well as passionate, grounding as well as exciting. The Two of Cups also indicates perfect balance and reciprocity in love. After lifetimes of relationships where the give and take was uneven, where one person did all the emotional work while the other remained distant, or where power dynamics created inequality, you're finally experiencing mutual devotion, mutual effort, and mutual growth. This card is showing me that there's likely to be a very significant moment of commitment or recognition coming in your romantic life. This could be an engagement, a wedding, a decision to move in together, or simply a moment when you both acknowledge the depth and significance of your connection. Whatever form it takes, it will feel like a sacred ceremony, a moment when your souls remember their ancient bond and choose to honor it in this lifetime. The healing energy of the Two of Cups is also clearing any remaining fears about being truly seen and loved for who you are. All of those past life wounds around betrayal, abandonment, or being misunderstood are being healed through the experience of being completely accepted and celebrated by someone who truly knows your soul. I'm getting that there might also be a spiritual or metaphysical component to this relationship. You might share similar spiritual beliefs, practice meditation or energy work together, or find that your connection actually enhances your individual spiritual growth. This is love that makes both of you more connected to your higher selves, rather than love that keeps you stuck in ego patterns. The Two of Cups is also promising that this relationship will be a source of creative inspiration and mutual support for your individual life purposes. Instead of a relationship where you have to choose between love and your personal goals, this will be a partnership that actually helps both of you become more fully yourselves and achieve your highest potential. Our 8th card reveals itself as the Three of Pentacles, and the collaborative, building energy of this card feels like such a natural progression from the soulmate recognition of the Two of Cups. This card is showing me that your karmic love story isn't just about finding your person. It's about creating something meaningful and lasting together that serves a purpose beyond just your personal happiness. In past lifetimes, I'm seeing that you and your soulmate connection often had shared missions or purposes that were interrupted or prevented by the various karmic complications we've been exploring. Sometimes you were spiritual teachers or healers working together until persecution or misunderstanding separated you. Sometimes you were artists or builders collaborating on beautiful creations until jealousy or betrayal destroyed your partnership. Sometimes you were working for social change or spiritual awakening until political or religious forces pulled you apart. The Three of Pentacles is indicating that in this lifetime, you finally have the opportunity to complete some of that unfinished collaborative work. This isn't just about having a happy personal relationship. This is about partnering together to create something that serves the greater good, something that makes a positive impact on the world around you. I'm getting visions of you and your romantic partner working together on projects that combine your unique talents and skills in beautiful ways. This could be starting a business together, collaborating on artistic or creative endeavors, working together in healing or teaching roles, or simply creating a home and family that becomes a beacon of love and inspiration for everyone around you. What's particularly significant about this card is that it represents the successful completion of long-term projects through dedicated teamwork. All of those past life attempts at collaboration that were interrupted or sabotaged have actually been preparing you to be an incredibly skillful and conscious partner in this lifetime. You've learned through painful experience what can go wrong in partnerships, and that knowledge will help you avoid the pitfalls and create something truly successful and beautiful. The Three of Pentacles also indicates that your romantic partnership will likely receive recognition, support, or acknowledgement from others. Instead of love that has to be hidden or defended, you're creating a relationship that others admire and are inspired by. This could manifest as literally being seen as a power couple in your community, or simply as having friends and family who celebrate and support your union. I'm sensing that there's also an element of teaching or mentoring that will be part of your romantic destiny. Other people will look to your relationship as an example of what healthy, conscious love looks like. You might find yourselves naturally becoming mentors to other couples, or sharing your story in ways that help others heal their own romantic karma. The building energy of the Three of Pentacles suggests that this relationship will develop slowly and steadily over time, with each phase bringing new levels of intimacy, trust, and collaborative success. Unlike karmic relationships that tend to be intense from the beginning and then burn out quickly, this connection will have staying power because it's built on a foundation of shared values, mutual respect, and common purpose. This card is also indicating that you'll both bring well-developed skills and expertise to the relationship. Neither of you will be looking to the other to complete you or fix you. Instead, You'll be two whole, capable individuals who choose to combine your strengths to create something greater than either of you could accomplish alone. The healing invitation from the Three of Pentacles is to start preparing yourself to be an equal partner in a collaborative relationship. This means continuing to develop your own skills, talents, and sense of purpose so that you have valuable contributions to bring to a partnership. It also means being open to the kind of teamwork that requires compromising, communicating clearly, and sometimes putting the good of the partnership above your personal preferences. As we approach the completion of this profound karmic reading, the 9th card emerges as the 9 of Cups, often called the wish fulfillment card, and the energy of pure joy and satisfaction that flows from this card is absolutely overwhelming. After following your soul's journey through possessiveness, betrayal, healing, and reunion, we arrive at this moment of ultimate emotional fulfillment and romantic happiness. The 9 of Cups represents the achievement of your heart's deepest desires, but not in a way that's selfish or superficial. This is fulfillment that comes from alignment with your highest good and the healing of your deepest wounds. All of the karmic work you've been doing, all of the patterns you've been clearing, all of the growth you've been experiencing, it's all leading to this state of profound romantic satisfaction and emotional well-being. I'm seeing that this card represents not just finding love, but finding the kind of love that truly nourishes your soul and allows you to flourish as an individual while also being part of a beautiful partnership. This is love that feels like coming home to yourself, love that supports your spiritual growth, love that celebrates your authentic nature rather than trying to change or fix you. The 9 of Cups is often associated with wishes coming true, and in the context of your romantic karma, it's indicating that prayers you've been sending out for years, perhaps even across multiple lifetimes, are finally being answered. But here's what makes this so beautiful. The fulfillment coming your way is even better than what you originally asked for, because it's aligned with your soul's highest evolution, rather than just your ego's desires. In past lives, when you prayed for love or wished for romantic happiness, those desires were often clouded by the karmic patterns we've been exploring. You might have wished for someone who would never leave you, but that desire came from possessiveness rather than trust. You might have wished for someone who needed your healing, but that desire came from codependency rather than healthy love. You might have wished for passionate romance, but you weren't ready for the vulnerability that true intimacy requires. Now, after all of your growth and healing, your heart's desires have been purified and elevated. The 9 of Cups represents the fulfillment of these evolved desires, for love that's both passionate and peaceful, for partnership that enhances rather than diminishes your individual identity, for romance that serves your spiritual growth rather than keeping you stuck in old patterns. I'm getting such beautiful visions of contentment and joy in your romantic life. The 9 of Cups shows someone sitting back with a satisfied smile, surrounded by cups that represent emotional fulfillment, and that's exactly the energy that's coming into your love life. After so many lifetimes of romantic struggle and karmic complications, you're entering a phase where love gets to be easy and joyful and deeply satisfying. This card is also indicating that you're going to experience a level of romantic abundance that might actually surprise you. Instead of having to choose between different aspects of love, passion or stability, romance or friendship, individual growth or partnership, you're going to have it all. The universe has been saving up all of this beautiful romantic energy for you, and it's getting ready to deliver it in abundance. The 9 of Cups represents emotional maturity and the ability to appreciate and enjoy the good things in your life when they arrive. After all of the healing work you've done around romantic karma, you're not going to take this beautiful love for granted or sabotage it with old fear patterns. You'll be able to receive it fully and celebrate it openly. I'm also seeing that this fulfillment extends beyond just having a wonderful romantic partner. The 9 of Cups indicates satisfaction with your entire emotional life. Your friendships will be nurturing, your family relationships will be healed or at least peaceful, and your relationship with yourself will be loving and accepting. This romantic happiness is part of a larger pattern of emotional well-being that's manifesting in your life. The timing around this Nine of Cups energy feels very close. I'm sensing that you're already beginning to feel shifts toward greater happiness and emotional satisfaction, and the full manifestation of this romantic fulfillment is likely to occur within the next 6 to 12 months. The universe is orchestrating events to bring all of these beautiful elements together at just the right time. There's also something about celebration and recognition with this card. Your romantic happiness might be celebrated by your community, your family, or your social circle in some significant way. This could be an engagement party, a wedding, or simply the joy that others feel when they see how happy and fulfilled you've become. Your love story is going to inspire and uplift others. The Nine of Cups is promising that this romantic fulfillment will feel both surprising and inevitable. Surprising because it will exceed your expectations and arrive in ways you didn't anticipate, but inevitable because you'll recognize it as something your soul has been moving toward all along. This is destiny manifesting in the most beautiful way possible. Our final card in this incredible karmic love journey is the Ten of Cups. And I have to tell you, when this card appeared as the culmination of your reading, I actually got chills. This is the ultimate card of romantic and emotional fulfillment, representing not just personal happiness, but the creation of a loving legacy that extends beyond your individual relationship into your family, community, and future generations. The Ten of Cups represents the complete healing and transformation of your romantic karma. All of those painful patterns from past lives, the possessiveness, the betrayal, the fear, the codependency, have been completely resolved and transformed into wisdom, compassion, and the ability to create and sustain deeply loving relationships. Your soul has graduated from the school of romantic karma and is now ready to enjoy the fruits of all that learning and growth. This card is showing me that your love story is going to become the kind that people tell their children and grandchildren about. Not because it's perfect or without challenges, but because it represents the triumph of love over fear, the healing of ancient wounds, and the power of two souls who chose to grow together rather than apart. The Ten of Cups indicates that you're not just finding personal romantic fulfillment, you're creating a loving family system that will heal generational patterns and create positive karma for future lifetimes. Whether this means having children together, adopting, blending families, or simply creating a chosen family of close friends, your relationship is going to be a source of love and stability that extends far beyond just the two of you. I'm getting visions of a home filled with laughter, celebration, and deep emotional connection. The Ten of Cups often represents the achievement of domestic happiness and the creation of a sanctuary where love can flourish. This isn't just about having a nice house or material success. This is about creating an environment where souls can rest, grow, and be completely themselves. This card is also indicating that your romantic partnership will serve as a healing force in your community. Your relationship will be an example of what's possible when two people commit to conscious loving, and that example will inspire others to heal their own romantic karma and create healthier relationships. You're going to be part of raising the vibration of love on the planet. The Ten of Cups represents emotional mastery and the ability to maintain love and harmony, even through challenges. This doesn't mean your relationship will be without difficulties, but it does mean that you'll have developed the skills and spiritual maturity to navigate those difficulties while maintaining your loving connection. Every challenge will become an opportunity for deeper understanding and greater intimacy. What's particularly beautiful about this card appearing at the end of your karmic love reading is that it represents completion and new beginnings simultaneously. You've completed the karmic cycle that has been influencing your romantic patterns for lifetimes, and now you're free to create entirely new patterns based on love, wisdom, and conscious choice, rather than fear, woundedness, and unconscious repetition. The Ten of Cups is promising that your love story will have a fairy tale quality to it, not because everything will be perfect, but because it will represent the triumph of love over all obstacles and the manifestation of your heart's deepest, purest desires. This is the love that your soul has been working toward through multiple lifetimes, and it's finally time to receive it. I'm seeing that this culmination of romantic fulfillment will likely manifest in some kind of significant commitment or celebration within the next year. This could be an engagement, marriage, commitment ceremony, or simply a moment when you both recognize that you've created something truly special and lasting together. Whatever form it takes, it will feel like a celebration of not just your love for each other, but of love itself. The Ten of Cups also indicates that your romantic happiness will have a ripple effect that extends into all areas of your life. Your career will flourish because you'll have the emotional support and stability that allows you to take creative risks. Your health will improve because you'll be free from the stress and emotional turmoil that characterized your past romantic patterns. Your spiritual growth will accelerate because you'll have a partner who supports and encourages your highest evolution. As we come to the close of this profound karmic love reading, I want you to really take in the incredible journey that these 10 cards have revealed. From the possessive patterns of the Four of Pentacles through the ultimate fulfillment of the Ten of Cups, your soul has traveled such a vast distance in terms of growth, healing, and transformation. The cards that came through in this reading tell the story of a soul who has faced some of the deepest challenges that love can present: betrayal, loss, karmic complications, and the pain of loving imperfectly, but who has used those challenges as opportunities for growth and awakening. You haven't just survived your romantic karma, you've transformed it into wisdom and compassion that now allows you to love with unprecedented depth and consciousness. The message that comes through most clearly from this entire reading is that your time of romantic struggle and karmic clearing is officially coming to an end. The universe has been preparing something absolutely beautiful for you, and all of the pieces are falling into place for you to experience love in ways that exceed your wildest dreams. But here's what I want you to remember as you move forward. This beautiful romantic destiny that's unfolding for you isn't something that's happening to you. It's something that's happening through you. Your willingness to do the inner work, to face your patterns, to heal your wounds, and to grow beyond your limitations is what has made this transformation possible. You are the creator of this beautiful love story that's about to unfold. The cards I pulled for this reading were the Four of Pentacles, Three of Cups, Queen of Cups, Ten of Swords, Ace of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, Two of Cups, Three of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, and 10 of Cups. Each one of these cards held profound messages about your romantic karma and the incredible transformation that's available to you right now. If this reading resonated with you, I encourage you to sit with these messages and really allow them to sink into your consciousness. Your romantic karma is shifting in the most beautiful way possible, and the love story that's about to unfold in your life is going to be worth every moment of healing and growth that brought you to this point. Trust the process, beautiful Pisces souls. Trust that the universe knows exactly what it's doing when it comes to your heart. Trust that love is not only possible for you, but inevitable, because you've done the work to become someone who can both give and receive love at the highest levels. Your karmic love debt has been paid in full, and now it's time to collect on all of the beautiful love that the universe owes you. Get ready, because your greatest love story is just beginning.